Smoky Texan style pork. It's always a crowd favourite, and I'm going to show you how to make it super quick by using my multi-cooker. This actually cooks 80% faster than cooking the traditional way. And we all know I love to pressure cook, so it doesn't only multi-cook, it pressure cooks. It's an all-in-one. Now we need to sear off the meat, so I'm just going to set this to the sear and saute mode, and I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Press start. This is pork neck. It's also called pork scotch fillet in the shop. This is probably one of my favourite cuts of pork to cook because it's got a lovely even amount of fat to meat and it's really versatile. So you can cook steaks out of it, but it also slow cooks or cooks slow fast as we're doing today in the pressure cooker. So we're going to add a good pinch of salt to this and some pepper and a splash of oil. We'll just rub that over our pork scotch fillet and I'll just bring this over here and we'll place it into the large capacity bowl. I want to cook this for 10 minutes or until we get a really nice caramelisation on all sides of the pork. Now for that Texan style sauce in a bowl. Lots of ingredients, but lots of them are from your pantry already. Good old barbecue sauce. I'm cheating, but it does work really nicely in this. So in it goes. Try to find yourself a good quality store-bought barbecue sauce. For some richness, tomato paste, some Dijon mustard. We need some zing, so apple cider vinegar, and some sweetness, some brown sugar. And you can't have Texan style pork without some smokiness. So I'll be adding some smoked paprika and quite a lot of it. And this is something that I've discovered recently at my butcher of all places. This is some liquid smoke. It's like this magic little ingredient that you add to give your dish a woody, smoky flavour. It's actually going to taste like we've cooked our pork in a wood smoked oven. So we're just going to add a very small amount of it because it is a concentrated flavour. 2 or 3 drops is all you need for that beautiful depth of flavour. We're going to mix that in and we're ready to go. I've also got 3 cloves of garlic. This is the best recipe because there's no chopping required. It's all about popping it into our multi-cooker and pressure cooking this. So easy. Let's turn our pork. Looking good, nice colour. We'll cook that for a further 5 minutes and then we can add our sauce. All right, good colour on the pork, so we can add our barbecue sauce in. And it's quite thick, so we do need to add some water to this, about 3/4 of a cup of water. The best thing about pressure cooking is you don't need that much liquid in there for it to stay super moist because it is cooking under pressure. So, little splash. And 3 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to bruise them, not even going to bother about chopping them. And in they go. And the lid can go on and we're just going to lock it into place. And we're going to pressure cook this. Just going to pop this on to the meat function. And I like to cook mine for 45 minutes. That's all it takes for that meat to become meltingly tender and pretty much fall apart as you put a knife and fork through it. Ooh, it's going to be good. Okay, this is cooked. I've released the pressure and we'll unlock this. Oh, the smell is sensational. That sauce is nice and thick. If you actually wanted to thicken up your sauce, this multi-cooker does have a sauce thickening function. So you could take the meat out and boil the sauce so it reduces a little. Mine is just perfect, so I don't need to do that. So let's plate this up. I'm going to shred straight onto the plate that I'm serving on. We'll take our tender pork neck out of that sauce. Look how glossy that is. And with 2 forks, just shred away. Oh, look at that. Strands of soft, juicy meat. This is like the ultimate pleasure for me, seeing meat cooked within 45 minutes. And it would usually take at least 2 hours to cook the traditional way. I love pressure cooking. I've said it many times and I really, really mean it. Look at that meat. This piece of meat will feed at least 8 people, particularly if you're going to serve this as a shared plate with lots of buns in the middle of the table where everyone can serve themselves and make their own sort of burgers with the pulled pork. Okay, let's not forget about the sauce. This sauce is so rich and thick, and I can smell that smoke that we added from that liquid smoke. I like to just pour this over the top. So glossy. Yum! To garnish this, I always have some pickles on standby in my fridge. You can buy some store-bought ones too. This is a combination of baby onions, carrots, and classic cucumber pickles. I'm going to take a few of those out, drain them from the vinegar, and just scatter them over the top for a pop of freshness and also for that texture, that crunch that we're after. A little bay leaf in there will look quite cute. And the pickles, even some thyme in there. It's great for presentation. Pretty good. And now for the moment I've been waiting for, tasting this. I'm going to serve it in a very soft brioche style bun into a pan just to toast for a moment. And I'll just press down on it. This pan is super hot, so it's going to toast quickly, just like that. That'll do. This is a special occasion kind of thing, I feel. Pop that meat onto the base, dip it into the sauce, a few pickles, maybe one of those onions, top on, give it a squish, and I might cut it in half. That right there is a small delight. It's so good. So good.